In this video, I'm going to demonstrate PostTrans being used to manipulate tools, machines and labour records which are part of the Sage 200 manufacturing module. Indeed, we can also update the tools groups, machine groups and the labour groups. So what is PostTrans? Well, it's an Excel add-in which works within Excel, which allows you to extract this data into Excel, then edit it and post back any changes. Of course, we can add new rows very easily from manual input, or of course information could have been brought in from a CSV file. As the data is imported, all Sage business rules and validation are applied. You can also post operations bombs with version control and stock records, amongst a whole host of other things that PostTrans will do. So let's see PostTrans in action. So here I am in Excel. I've got a PostTrans 200 toolbar at the top there that's been installed as part of the installation, and I have a help button here. Now this allows me to access any of the examples that come with PostTrans. So I'm going to type MAN into the search bar. Now what that's done is it's now narrowed down anything that's relating to manufacturing. And you can see here we've got operations, etc. So I'm just going to double click on labour, and that's now going to open the template specific to labour. Now it's just come up and it's offered me some help. There's a help file attached to this, so let's press yes, and you can see here there's some screenshots and a little bit of information of where it's going to post all the data, but of course we're experts, so let's just ignore the help, but a great source of information. Of course you can access that from the help button at any point. As I can see at present, we've got some information on the screen, but let's refresh that. So I'm going to press the extract button. That's now going to ask me which company, which Sage 200 company I'm going to work with. I'm just going to double click on one, and I'm going to say pull everything out. So that's now pulled everything out. Of course, that asks for the company. If I save the template somewhere, it will remember the company it's working with. So that would only ask that really once, unless I want to change it, in which case I go to the setup to change the company. So let's press OK. So what are we seeing here? Well, we're seeing our labour register. Now, if I quickly switch to Sage 200, and maybe if I rearrange the screen a bit, we can see those records on the screen. So effectively this is giving me access to all of these fields on the labour record. So let's have a look. So we've got the nominal here. So if I want to change the nominal, I could simply go in and I can change this to anything I would like, with a nice bit of searching there. Probably not a very appropriate decision to make, but you can see there the in-cell search kicked in, and if I press space and tab in this cell, I can see every possibility. So I could change this to labour 3. Indeed, I could change a couple by copying and pasting down, and what PostTrans does, it writes this strange little number over here, so that effectively allows it to detect any changes in a row. So pressing import will allow PostTrans to update those 3 records I just edited. So now if we went into Sage 200, this one here, it's Lab 2. So let's just quickly go into Lab 2. We should see that the nominal has changed. So there we extracted all of the data. I'm just going to demonstrate a few other features. I can clear the spreadsheet down by pressing the clear button. And now I can go into this column here and it says search. Again, if I press space and tab away, we can see all of the different labour categories. So now if I had a massive database here, I could just select labour 3, and now it's put all the items that belong to the labour 3 group into the spreadsheet. And if I wanted another one, I can just go down to the bottom bit here and I can add that to the list as well. So we can easily add the data and manipulate it. Now let's just create a new record. And how can we do that? Well, we can just simply copy a whole row of data down and give this, let's call this new 01, and this is new labour. Let's type it correctly, labour. And now if we press import, it should say posted on the left hand side once it's posted. So we can see that records gone in. And of course, if we now refresh Sage 200 by pressing return up here, we can see here we have a new one. Here we go, new, and that was created that easily. So we use the search column there to type in individual codes. Now, it's not a very good demonstration because we're working on data here that doesn't have a huge sum of codes. But imagine if you want to work on 6 of those different codes, you can actually paste them into this column. And when you press extract, PostTrans will ask if you want to only pull through those records with the code you pasted into that column. And there you can see the search column's then been used to pull back labour 2 and 3 group. Of course, we can delete things, and again, the Sage business rules come into play if we delete any items. We can't delete anything that's been in use, so that new record we've just put in, we can just mark that with an X in the delete column. Now if I press import, PostTrans will scan down the sheet and it will say, oh, you've marked this one for deletion. Are you sure you want to do that? We can answer yes, and it's now deleted and removed it from the sheet. Of course, as I said in the intro, we can do labour groups. So here's our list of labour groups. Much the same as labour, and the same is true for tools, machines and machine groups. They're all very, very similar imports and extraction processes. If you're watching this video from YouTube, to go to our website, simply click on the link in the description below. If you're already on our website, you can scroll down slightly, and below this video you'll probably see some related links to associated articles. Let's just show you some of the resources on the website. Switch over, here's the home page. You can see here we have a series of menus at the top, and if you allow them to expand, you can see there all the different types of importation or extraction you can use with PostTrans and Sage, and also the transactions you can post. But importantly, there's a training section here. If we go to the training section, that describes in detail how to alter a PostTrans template using the tags that we briefly discussed in the demonstration. Also on the website is a blog which you can subscribe to, and I thoroughly recommend that, so then you can learn of new functionality and uses of PostTrans, because each of these articles maybe hones in on a particular function, a particular tag, or a particular way of using the product to do a particular job. For instance, expanding bill of materials on an order, code searching, protecting templates, importing CSV files, pricing, managing VAT, order currency, you name it, it's all in there. And that is easily accessible from the software itself. So if I switch back to a template, and this one's an order template, and I've just got the tag window open here on the right, but you'll see as I scroll down, this one here, TL description, which is the actual product description, actually has a blog article. So clicking on there takes me to that blog article and explains in great detail the implications of using that tag and the many different options, maybe in system setups, alters and behavior of that tag. So hopefully that will help. Also, we have the help button itself on the button bar, which takes you to kind of a context sensitive help, and also takes you to the training page, which explains how to manipulate and alter that template. And in addition to all that, of course, we have these blue help buttons here, which are easily accessible. They're also in the setup windows within PostTrans. So again, that takes you to a blog article. For instance, this one's about making the cursor follow a certain path. That will then take you to that article and explain how you customize that individual functionality. So there, I hope you've seen many different functions and online resources that we provided you to enable you to customize PostTrans to create a template to help you or your customers. So I thank you very much for watching this video.